maybe the audience doesn't, is that I spent the first part of my career in corporate America, first as an agency talent acquisition professional, and then in corporate. I can tell you that the things that I saw are really not much different today, except when I first started back in over 20 years ago, the process was very, very humanistic. I'm not shocking anybody right now. I mean, 20 years ago, you held the phone to your ear to listen to people. Today, you hold it to your face. So you're asking another question, which is, what are we going to do about this? And number one, it's not just about education. I believe the vast majority of people are not understanding, nor have they functionally come to an understanding the ability to ideate about what unemployed is and does. Like, I mean, think about it, Alan. 20 years ago, we didn't have the news today. Today, every hour, whether it's Fox or CNN, right? Doesn't matter. I'm not trying to be political. You and I are not trying to be political at all. At 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and it's the same breaking news. So our society understanding how serious the priority of unemployment, underemployment, and I have in my book, I write about there's a third group of people. We don't need, everything I hear is younger and older. We don't have enough awareness, number one. Number two, when was the last time you heard, whether it's a business leader or a government leader, bring up the unemployed or the unemployment rate or the underemployed and the underemployed rate? And did you hear about the underemployed rate? Or is this the first time our audience is ever hearing it? So let's start here with awareness. Let's move into who are the people that can do something about it. If it's the same senior executives that are working, that are going to get tasked with this, that's not the solution. So I think that's just the tip of the iceberg. Underneath the water is a bigger iceberg. To your and back to you.
And so that's one of the challenges. I think going back to the article, I wanted to bring up another comment. I would say not the misinformation, but just having media be a little bit more sincere about what actually the issue is. You hear a lot of talk about people are unemployed because there's you hear it all the time, and maybe it's the biggest red herring out there. It's people talk about inflation or tariffs. What if the real fact is that that's just a red herring for the fact that there just aren't jobs anymore for people, enough good jobs for people? I'll bring it up to this point too down here, and I know you're an expert in AI and your certificate from Oxford on AI, and I think you're a good person to talk to about this. And what it really talks about here is it says, why aren't people getting jobs? Again, this article is about the great wait for work, and it tells you it starts with the problem, which is great, but then it says the solution here, or the reason for this, is because of AI. Candidates feel like they're going to give up because they can't get through the AI filter. And then at the same time, you're a hiring professional, you're looking for talent. How can you really make sure that you're finding that talent through the AI system? It's interesting. I was looking at, it reminds me of the movie Up in the Air with George Clooney and Anna Kendrick, and where they were, they had their position used to be they would go out and travel in the friendly skies, and they would land and they would go and talk to people, and they would have to give them, they would have to fire them in person. You look at AI, and really is the challenge of the fact that there just are not enough jobs out there, and AI is simply trying to really filter those candidates through that very small pecking order. So please provide some comments on that.